The kitchen atelier. The cart presents an entirely new model, which is literally the essence of very current textures. This includes natural, travertine, smoky oak, metal, and structured glass. And all together, it looks absolutely phenomenal. The island looks just like a block of stone that has just been quarried. The vertical surface resembles a truly rugged stone. The worktop has a matte polish. This is also a very current texture. I really like how the countertop of the bar is inset. Well, more precisely, it's not even a bar, it's more of a mini table, because the height is quite convenient for you to sit on a regular chair. The corner element is interestingly designed. It's a combination of open and hidden shelves. The sliding doors are very cool, meeting at a 45-degree angle. In this sense, with the cart, everything is always very architectural and meticulously thought out. The facades of the linear composition have a frame made from the same smoky oak, and I really like the elegant handle, which is also made from this material. The base depth is increased. This has made it possible to create what is called a pantry, which you can use for storing necessary items, spices. You can also place fresh herb seedlings there and use them immediately while cooking. The upper cabinets, as I mentioned, have a frame made of black metal and smoky, textured glass with a vertical relief. I really like how the internal lighting looks mysterious thanks to this glass. And by the way, it's a great solution for those who don't particularly like arranging their glasses neatly and tidily. Also, it's worth paying attention to the absolutely fantastic sink, which is placed on the island. It's the Gale, an American company that specializes in sinks for active kitchens. It's very deep, with a bunch of accessories that will allow you to wash products before cooking and chop them. There are integrated bowls for rinsing pasta. Well, in general, it's really a multifunctional machine for the home cook, and the finishes can be several composite colors and also wooden inserts in this remarkable sink. Of course, this small inset table is only enough for having breakfast. If you are planning to invite friends and impress them with your culinary skills, why not with such a kitchen? Then, it's worth paying attention to this season's novelty, the dining table. It has a very complex, unusual shape, and also a brushed surface of natural Verde Alpi marble. The base is made of oxidized brass, exactly the same as that used on the facades of the kitchen composition we were introduced to last year. This is a very unusual metal treatment that gives such an uneven, somewhat cloudy texture, and it pairs excellently with Australian rosewood. That's exactly what this stone is called. The kitchen facades are decorated with stone, as are the back panel and the worktop, and from this same stone, a very fluid island is made. And as always with the cart, the kitchen seamlessly transitions into the living room. There, pocket doors are used, allowing you to hide your television setup. There is a so-called passage door, which can serve as an entrance to the pantry, where you will store your supplies. Alternatively, it can connect the space of this kitchen living room with a more private room. As for the area where this wonderful dining table is located, we also saw this setup last year. I really liked the facades, made of brushed cedar, a very unusual and rare material for finishing. But this setup has also undergone certain updates, and now the horizontal surfaces and drawers are made of travertine. It's worth noting the pull-out countertop, which increases the work surface area. I also really like that all the small household appliances can be hidden behind these same pocket doors. The cart pays attention not only to the external design of their kitchens but also to the internal contents of the bases and pull-out drawers. There are convenient dividers, necessary containers for storing spices. There are holders for glasses, sockets for connecting those small household appliances, and even USB ports for charging some important devices. And, of course, it's worth noting how seamlessly the kitchen transitions into the living area. This elegant shelving unit can serve both as a storage element and as a zoning element for the living space. And since we're here, I'll once again draw attention to my favorite, the kitchen that has a round, attached element that rotates on its own. The internal insert made of porphyry also rotates, and it's a great idea for social interaction in your kitchen. The linear composition also has one very interesting feature. These are the so-called vertical shelves. This is again the increased depth of the base, which is 80 centimeters. It's a very interesting rhythm of vertical slats. This is integrated lighting, which also provides certain optical impressions. Well, overall, it can be said, as always with the cart, whatever combination of natural materials you choose, this factory predominantly works with natural materials, meaning wood, stone, and metal. You can always count on receiving a custom-tailored, seamless space, transitioning from the kitchen to the living room, and possibly beyond. The Florentine brand Devon Devon responds to the trend for colored sanitary ware and at. This design week presents baths made from the composite material White Tech Plus in color. Moreover, this color can be absolutely any according to the NCS system. That is, accordingly, you can choose the shade that suits your project specifically, and I know that many architects prefer this system. White Tech Plus is also an eco-friendly material. A plant-based polymer is used in its creation. It is precisely because of this that the material has the Green Garden Gold certification, which allows it to be used without issues in hospitality projects, such as hotels. Well, and here, of course, Devon Devon also have something to boast about, as they have been involved in furnishing many luxurious hotels around the world. Naturally, freestanding baths cannot be used without mixers. And here are several new products at once. Firstly, an absolutely secret preview of a mixer from the 20s collection in a single-handle version. The small Salone Petit Bath, which is also, by the way, a new product this year, is accompanied by a freestanding bath mixer from the Gemstone collection with characteristic handles made of crystal, and the classic Admiral bath, made of cast iron, which is loved by many, is accompanied by a mixer from an entirely new series. This is Signature. The predecessor of Signature was the Dundee series, and the main difference is that now the handles are made entirely of metal. And this is not without reason, because, firstly, this mixer can be used not only in classic but also in more modern interiors, and secondly, this is the first collection that Devon Devon is releasing in PVD finishes. And this too is mainly a request from the hospitality industry, because, of course, PVD is a more durable coating compared to the classic galvanic finish, which has been present in Devon Devon's range for quite some time. The Salone Petite Bath is a response to another quite important trend, luxurious, compact bathrooms. The size of this model is 168 by 70 centimeters. The full-sized one was 176.5 centimeters in length, and the new L console can be a wonderful addition to the wash area in this very compact bathroom. The new Eatwell basin is installed on it. The console itself has bars on 3 sides. I really like the expressive towel holder, which is located directly under the front overhang of the basin. And, of course, the glass shelf will be very convenient for storing some important small items. The L console is also a kind of evolution of the model that was presented at the last Milan Salon, which is called Jolie, but that one was quite compact, whereas this one is quite sufficient for performing some daily morning rituals. If you have a larger bathroom, then you should pay attention to the Regal bath, and it is, of course, not a new product, but in this version with a polished aluminium screen, it is presented in the Devon Devon showroom for the first time. And despite its rather impressive size, thanks to this reflection, it looks quite airy. If you prefer closed storage, then I would draw your attention to the Metropolitan model, which in this case is presented in a natural oak finish. From a stylistic point of view, It offers a certain allusion to the Art Deco aesthetic. And this is very relevant now, because this year marks the centenary of this famous aesthetic movement. As you remember, Devon Devon offers complete conceptual solutions for bathroom fittings. And not just fittings, but also finishes. They have a special atelier division, that is, creating bathrooms entirely to your measurements and desires. But there is also a whole range of finishing materials. This includes tiles, marble, and of course, wallpaper. And here it's worth remembering that last year at the Milan Salon, for their anniversary, Devon Devon released a collection of wallpapers featuring views of Florence, and these were colored wallpapers. Well, the novelty of this show is the same Florence wallpapers, but in sepia, which is a more minimalist solution and possibly more suitable for modern interiors. The absolute novelty of this season is the Kent furniture composition, which represents a symbiosis of closed and open storage, providing all possible options for organizing space within the bathroom. I really like the central part, which has semicircular doors. I also really like the handles. When creating these handles, Devon Devon were inspired by men's cufflinks. Aristocrats in Kent only wear such ones. No one uses buttons on cuffs. The countertop is made of marble. It features a 3-position mixer from the same gem collection, and above we see a familiar item, the Chateau mirrored cabinet, which combines storage convenience and, of course, the functionality of reflecting the beautiful owner of such a luxurious bathroom. As for the PVD coating, it should be noted that, firstly, 2 shades are currently offered: polished nickel and light pale gold. These PVD finishes are also available in the existing Devon Devon collections. These are Time, City, Austin, and Double. And what is also, in my opinion, very important, is that flush buttons for wall-hung toilets can be made in these same PVD finishes, which is undoubtedly very practical, as these items are used just as intensively as taps. The Liberty collection, as the name suggests, has inherited the features of this particular Italian Art Deco style. It was presented at the Milan Salon last year, and there we saw a ceramic sink and facades that had a veneer finish made from walnut root. Here, another version is presented, a marble countertop with undermounted basins, and the cabinet itself is coated with a very delicate ivory lacquer.